So Ashly Treviño, who is she? See, I didn't know who she was until she got into the whole thing with Dkane in where he got arrested. And now the guy is looking at doing some prison time. But I know a lot of you guys are laced up when it comes to her, know about her. But there might be some individuals like I was who didn't know about her. So we're going to do a quick rundown on her story and tell me what you think about this lady, man. So with this being said, don't forget to hit a like, a comment, and if you want to support your brown brother, man, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. With this being said, let's go. What it do, Maraza? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. And today, Ashly Treviño is on the podium. We're going to talk about this lady, or señora, right? Who is like, apparently, who is, according to her, 35 years old. And that girl has some influence in TikTok. I'm not saying a good influence, but she's being followed by a lot of people and her lives be cracking. So the thing about her is that she's been on social media for a long time, right? Since she was married. At one point she was married. And she somehow been exposing or putting out there her life. And how she's been going through life with her two daughters. And her different relationships, right? Let's not forget, she was married at one time. Eventually, she got divorced. And then she decided to start dating inmates to earn her the nickname of the inmate hopper. And why the inmate hopper, right? So apparently this lady be bragging about that. She's been, not physically, right? But she's been with 30 inmates. Basically, some kind of relationship through the phone, right? Call me through the phone. So she's been talking to this guy through the phone, right? And she gets all lovey-dovey and gives this guy all the attention of the planet, right? At the same time, neglecting her two daughters, right? Who sometimes get embarrassed over the things that she talks on the internet and for everybody to see. Imagine having a mom like that, and then you having to go to school, and maybe your friends be like, "Hey man, what's up with your mom? Why she's talking about this or what she's doing this?" That's super embarrassing, but man, that's her life. I feel sorry for those girls, man. Hopefully, this does not end up affecting those girls in a bad way later on in life. But this is what it is, and this is why this lady is so hated by the people out there. So, this girl, right? The thing about this girl is that she has said on her videos that every inmate that she has been with has a assault case. Can you imagine that? So basically, her excuse is, how do you know that allegation was true? If you as a viewer were not there when things happen, right? But if you see it from the other side of the coin, is how do you know it's not true if you were not right there to pay attention to what happened, right? Not to mention that these guys are convicted of those charges. So that's why this lady has so much controversy, because of her way of living, and this somehow made her to get some viewers, right? And everybody was talking about how she was trying to get all this attention on TikTok, and the same way neglecting her kids, neglecting her two daughters. Now, one of the inmates she was talking to was accused or got convicted, right, of unaliving a 19-year-old and another girl who was 6 years younger than that 19-year-old. And basically she was saying that she don't care if people don't like old boy, as long as she likes him. So basically she don't care about the opinion of her viewers. As long as they keep sending her money, it is what it is. There was another individual who ended up paroling, right? And she basically took him to a hotel room. The hotel room was all decorated with flowers, with welcome home balloons, with candles, all nice and dandy, right? So this man, right, ended up being with her. They did the nasty for sure. couple times, even though he later on said that she was like a 5. But this guy was actually convicted of hitting his daughter. And in that process of hitting his daughter, he broke a couple bones, right? So basically, it was not a punch is a punch, man. So it was wrong. It was wrong, you know. There's no excuse for that, and you don't do that to youngsters. And I believe it was just a very young kid, man. But this didn't stop Ashly Treviño, and she basically didn't care. She doesn't care about this, man. Now, when she jumped into the hype, and when she made it to her prime, it's when she started dating a 19-year-old youngster, right? That goes by the name of Santos. So, of course, according to her, she's 35, and this guy's 19, basically closer to the age of her daughters. But apparently they're hiding that. According to them, right? According to them. I don't know. They could be just saying that for clout or whatever. But this is when she became popular. And this just happened not that long time ago, right? But the thing about this guy, Santos, is that he was saying at first that he was 21. That he had served for 3 years and that he was retired, right? But eventually, the truth came on that he was 19. And then eventually, his credentials or whatever he was using, apparently they were fake, right? So, in some way, somehow, I believe that both of them were using one another to get views. And there was an occasion in where this lady, for Christmas, right? I think it was this past Christmas, was doing a dinner for Santos, right? Poor Santos, 19 years old, gonna go with this one-on-one dinner with this 35-year-old woman, the Ash. Some people call her the Trash. And what she does with her daughters, sends them away. The girls are not even allowed to have dinner with her because Santos is going to come through. And guess what happened? Santos don't even show up. Santos doesn't even show up. So she gets upset. She throws a tantrum on a live stream. And apparently Santos trying to call her. She's hanging up, throwing the phone. Santos trying to text. And eventually she gave in. Santos eventually shows to the dinner, and guess what happens? He brings another girl. So it's a bunch of drama with this lady, and honestly, it's content for people who like this, right? And apparently, this lady is obsessed about her nunu and how it smells, right? So that's the thing that she has between her legs. So she even made a rap song that if you want to find out how that thing smells, you better ask Santos. You know, so this girl is doing it, but at the same time, she is embarrassing her daughters. She's neglecting her daughters because she's more concentrated on doing their lives, on doing what she has to do with their toys, with her toys out there on the open for her daughters to see it. And honestly, this lady's been bad enough that CPS has gone, I don't know how many times to her house that she's even bragging about it. Not to mention that before, when the girls were young, they were not living with their mom. Why? Because of CPS. So they were living with the grandma, right? Apparently, this lady used to pull the hairs of the girls. Why? Because she was jealous that her husband gave more attention to the daughters than to her. So she used to take it against her daughters, man. So, bunch of trash, man. This is Ashly Treviño's quick recap. Not to mention that she has been caught some nasty stuff. Basically, she got caught with some panties who had like a green stain on those panties. She got caught smelling her stuff and then going somewhere to maybe satisfy herself. And she's been known for having bed bugs in her bed. So with this being said, this is a quick recap of Ashly Treviño. This is a quick recap of Ashly Treviño, the lady who got busted doing a live. Oh, we have an earthquake right now. Ooh. It's all bad. But this is a quick recap of Old Girl. So hopefully you like this. To next video. Gracias. We have to go check out there because there's a little earthquake right now. It's going on. Hold on. Why do you think that was like a 3.0?